Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Savvy. It's myself, George, and tonight I'm bringing a quick review on the, upcoming release. This sequel film, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, or is it Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard? We don't know. The grammar has been all over the place since this film was announced, but I've been at a screening tonight, and obviously this review is getting loaded pretty late in the night, so apologies for those that are going to get this notification in the middle of the night. But yeah, we're going to get a quick review out for this one because again, it's a new release. Had a new film at the cinema. There's been a couple of films I've been able to see this week, so we're going to talk about some of those and where you can find them soon. But I went into this one very excited. I didn't like the first one. I think that's a really important part. I wasn't a fan of the first one, and I'm going to, before I sort of explain why, actually, I'm going to quickly bring up the socials for you guys at home. So if you're new to the channel, they do. We obviously talk film reviews, we do a lot of stuff like that. We've got a new series starting tomorrow and many other things. So I'll go over all of them at the end. But our socials are Twitter at cinema_savvy, Facebook.com/cinemasavvy, and letterboxd.com/cinemasavvy. So have a check of all them. That is the place to find us. And we want to know your thoughts. If you were lucky enough to be at the, I think it was Cineworld had a screening tonight, Showcase, and a couple of other places here in the United Kingdom, comment below your thoughts, but try not to do spoilers ones because, as we said, this hasn't technically come out yet. This was very much an early screening for members. So I was just excited to be at a new film, in truth. And this is, I guess, kind of where it comes from, that I didn't care too much about the first film. I think I watched it on the plane when I was going on holiday with one of my friends a couple of years ago. And, it was just like her, very generic, average sort of action film. I do like Ryan Reynolds, but I don't like Deadpool. And I know he kind of plays that character in every film by now, but it was one of them where I liked him a little bit more. And obviously Sam Jackson was Sam Jackson. And I remember seeing Gary Oldman as the villain and Salma Hayek with a cameo. And I thought it's a kind of intriguing concept. Why would a hitman need a bodyguard, etc. So I just thought it was plain average. I didn't have too much enjoyment with it. I didn't have too many issues with it. It was just, solid B-list film, B-C-list film. And when they announced the sequel, I was kind of like, oh, okay, we're going to get Salma Hayek in a more important role. I was like, okay, that could work. And I, heads off, had a fantastic time tonight. This film, just going over the plot. The bodyguard Michael Bryce, obviously played by Ryan Reynolds, continues his friendship with the assassin Darius Kincaid, so they try and save his wife, Sonia. IMDb straight up lying about that. It's the other way around. It's saving the hitman, as you can see in the trailer for the film. But, you're not going to go into this expecting a masterpiece, expecting something solid. This is, a Ryan Reynolds action film, a Sam Jackson action film, and Salma Hayek. And I think if you can go into that mindset, you're going to have a good time. That if you're going to go into this expecting, like John Wick or Nobody, which was phenomenal, which I'm not spoken about yet, then obviously this probably isn't the film for you. But this is that solid B list. Friday night, have a beer or something like that. You can get a bit of a kick out of it. And I think that's where I stand with it. That this film was surprisingly very, very funny. And I kind of said I wasn't a fan of Deadpool, and I didn't enjoy the first one too much. Something clicked with this. Something clicked with this film where I was laughing loads. I mean, like laughing out loud. And that doesn't happen, let alone in like the action comedies. And there was a lot of people in the screening laughing too. I thought this one was very, very funny. The action is bog standard, nothing special, but those performances off that main trio, obviously Ryan Reynolds in the lead, very much playing that sort of loser bodyguard type thing. I thought he was great, but I think it's Salma Hayek that steals this film for me, where every scene with her is, it's as ridiculous as you can get, but she works so well with the other two. And I think them as a trio was just so much fun to watch compared to that sort of first one with just mainly Sam Jackson and Ryan Reynolds. And I think that's a shame about the first one. I've come out of this sequel really enjoying it, but I'm not going to go back and watch the original still. I'm not going to go and watch it at the cinema again, but this is the kind of film that's going to end up on Netflix the next year, and a lot of people will get a lot of love out of it. So I'm going to recommend it off that point. But I wanted to really quickly bring up as well a couple of other characters that were incredible. Antonio Banderas is superb. He is the most ridiculous, over-the-top type villain you could want. I've not seen a trailer for this film, so I don't know if this is played up in the trailer, but he's basically a Brexiteer's wet dream. His plan is to destroy Europe, not just the EU, the actual continent Europe. So any Farage fans out there, here's one for you. And he is so good. It reminded me of Pedro Pascal in Wonder Woman 1984, that he is so over the top. You can tell he's enjoying being on set, and you can tell they're enjoying working with him. I think that's where I get a kick of it from, that it's this ridiculous, cartoonish, over-the-top character. You're not going to take him seriously. You're a fool if you do. And I think that's why he works. And also, surprisingly, Morgan Freeman pops up in this film too, and has one of the best reveals for, I think, a character introduction in a very long time. Very well. But if you've seen it, you'll know exactly what that moment is, what that scene is. It's incredible. So well done, so well played. Last, and I know that he's on the forefront of the posters and whatnot, but the moment in which they show him, you don't see it coming. And fair play to the production team for that, because it was ballsy, but it paid off. And I think there was just too much fun to be had with this film. So I really want to say that this is very much a character-driven thing, as in, these are all sort of idiots on screen with each other. The action's not great. There's nothing, as I said, in particular that stands out, but you just want to see more of them. You want to see how they interact with one another, and I think that's a really important thing for these kind of films. And it's really, being honest, what I've missed in the last year. I've always said on the channel that, give me I've seen In the Heights, we'll have a review on Monday for that, but that was very well made, clearly way better made than this film. I had so much more fun with this, and it's summer blockbuster season. Yes, the football's on and we're getting tournaments and all this stuff, but because last year we didn't get, these silly blockbusters that, they could be average, they could be crap, they could be great. We've not had that for a year, or almost 2 years now, and it's really nice to be able to go to the cinema, sit back and think, I'm not watching this at home. I'm not having to pay attention. This isn't going to be, a Tenet, or as we said, like a John Wick. I'm not going to have to focus my mind. I can just sit back, relax and enjoy the film. And I think that's such a core component of cinema that so many people miss out with. And I wasn't scratching around running for time. The pacing wasn't off. I just enjoyed it, and I think that's the sort of plain as I can make it. But the best way to describe this film, as I said, it's not a must watch, but this is very much, if you just want to watch something new or go out with your mates to the cinema for a night, this is definitely, after Nobody, the film to watch. Nobody's on another level. Honestly, that is beyond John Wick almost. But no, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, out this Monday, the 14th of June. So do check that out. It feels very weird doing some of these solos videos sometimes. So I'm going to quickly roll up other things we've got, because we've got a hell of a lot of things coming out. The kind of Pretty Insane Week starting tomorrow. We're going to be doing the first episode from Reboots from Hell. That's the new series where we essentially have a list of 100 films. We'll be rebooting them with a modern cast, modern director, and they're films we don't want to see rebooted. The point is that we're beating Hollywood to it. So Pulp Fiction tomorrow night, me, Chris, and Ryan's return to the channel. And a big one, Loki spoiler discussions. They're going to be coming up every Wednesday. So they're continuing. We've had episode 1 out. We enjoyed that. It's very fun. We've already seen episode 2. Of course, we haven't spoiled anything, but we'll have a discussion out this Wednesday, and we've got a couple of returning guests to the channel. But before then, we also have The Man with the Golden Gun coming this Tuesday, the 15th of June. We're going to be having the Spy Hard podcast join us for this one, so we're excited to get that underway. That's going to be a very fun video to do. And there's quite fitting, actually, with a sort of an anniversary of something that came up this week. So I'm very excited to talk about that one, as we're big Christopher Lee fans on the channel. And as we said, there's a lot more things on the way, but this is obviously a new review. There are plenty more reviews coming. As we said, In the Heights review is going to come out on Monday. Fast 9's coming out in a couple of weeks. Then we've got Black Widow. We're on to the whole summer blockbuster haul. So personally, get yourself down to the cinemas. There are 2 great films out to watch right now, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard and Nobody. You can get to either of them. You're going to have a good time. You'll have a better time than Nobody, no doubt. But, if you're a fan of any of these actors, then certainly you're going to want to watch them, because it's so over the top. They're just having good fun. And I could watch more and more of this. And if they turned out tomorrow and said, hey, there's I don't know what they do next, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, sons, daughters, cousins, I don't know. If there's a third one, I'm going to be down to watch it. So that is my review on this film. I want you all to comment below with your thoughts on Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. If you've already seen it, let me know. If you're excited to watch it, do comment. Obviously, I replied to some of them. I've not done spoilers. I'm obviously going to keep that stuff quiet. I know it's not a major film in that sense, but if you're going into it cold, I think you're going to have a really fun time, because that's exactly what I did. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll be sure to see you on the next one. Take care.